Ah, welcome. Here we are once again, listening to the Melancholic Melody. The continent of Derna, like many lands in this world, sits isolated and largely independent. Stories are often told of other continents, but these are mostly caricatured works of fiction. The truth? Well, even I can't say for certain, but I do know a couple of things. I know of a war to the north between elves and dwarves. However, in Derna, there are no signs of outward conflict concerning the elder races, but things are so seldom straightforward. Ah, one moment. Derna's culture is one defined by an innate distrust of that which is different or unfamiliar. Hardly surprising, given the seemingly endless disputes Derna endures at the expense of the houses. The houses were once united under the rule of the continent's eponymous leader, but soon grew discontent with their lot, and forced King Derna to cede power once they elected their own leaders 6 generations ago. However, despite these tumultuous circumstances, the elder races often afforded the roles of council advisors, record keepers, and treasurers, to name just a few. Some even serve in the military, but very few venture outside of these positions. But enough history. What of this story? 4 adventurers were summoned to the city of Figra by Lord Parian Gohill and met with King Graphia, rewarded our heroes a journey to the woods north of Crumpton to inspect a cave system that have become home to a myriad of terrible and vicious beasts, most of whom are not even indigenous to these lands. The creatures have already claimed 70 lives, with about a third of the casualties being other adventurers. The most intriguing part of the Lord's letter, however, was the mention of a sound he hears in the dead of night, a soft, delicate melody that portends tragedy, a prophetic omen of calamity, a childhood memory perverted by encroaching insanity. After arriving at the camp and stopping several creatures at the cave entrance, the party ventured inside, but soon realized their task was more arduous than they initially realized. And so join us as our heroes seek the source of the melody. Hello, welcome everyone once again to the Melancholic Melody. So, Doom, take it away.
No, I'm still not used to that sudden. Right, there you go, dude. It feels weird
It's
now.
it's like Doom, you do something,
But I've got to do things.
but you're in charge.
Yeah.
Also,
Okay.
Elf looks very saturated today.
Yeah, I was messing around trying to find brightness settings in Discord and I couldn't find them. I'll have to fuck around with the webcam another time.
Fair enough. But
Okie dokie.
let's go.
At least you're reaching this decade.
Yes, slowly.
Yeah, I've come into the future
It's-
of 6 years ago.
It's been quite a journey, but he finally made it. He updated to Windows 10. He's been on Windows 7 for the longest time, for context.
Yeah.
The Windows 11 is released.
Yes, exactly. I think we've already
know.
made that joke.
Yeah.
I know.
But anyway, let's move on.
Away we go. So, previously, you guys entered the cave system and made your way to the first large open area, where you were confronted with a group of small Krufik, which proved to be quite an arduous task to actually take them down. Before the fight, one skidded off of the right passage after you heard a slight melody in the background.
We heard it from this direction, didn't we? Or was it from the south?
Yes, that direction.
Okay.
So, you're now back in the cave. Fighting has just ceased, and Lucinda has just cleaned herself. What do you guys do?
You see?
I'm gonna wipe that shit off me. Like, fuck, these things make a mess. You two alright?
Gorak just rotates his head 180 degrees towards you, Darth, and just goes, Statement. I am feeling satisfactory. Shall we continue?
I would like to have a closer look at the little ones around me.
I think what you're looking for.
Looking if they're same size exactly, or if there's different sizes in them. Anything interesting? If there's any marks on them, like other than what we did.
Size-wise, they vary ever so slightly. Seem to be in slightly different stages of growth. All young, but you don't really know anything specific, given you've not really encountered these creatures before, as to how old they could be. In terms of markings, there are minor scratch markings on their body. You probably assume that they either be from rock or from ones of themselves. Looking for anything else?
No.
Okay. Fernie will pay.
Well,
I'm okay as well. I'll get
Good
my
to know.
arrows.
Well, the sound came from that direction, but the foes came from the other. Which way do we look?
Do I see that body over there?
Yeah, anything that's on the map you can see.
I want to go and have a look, so inspect it.
Roll investigation whilst I reveal my map. Okay, 11. The body seems to be quite badly chewed up. As you're looking through it, you manage to find a coin purse and a short sword. For the coin purse, roll 2d6 and a d8.
One of our predecessors?
5 gold and 6 silver.
Awesome.
Person's wearing leathered armors, but they're quite badly damaged. They seem to be more or less the same type of things you saw on some of the guards outside.
Oh, so I think it's one of the guards, one of his men.
Yes.
Okay, I wanna drag the body over to where the other one is.
Okay then. So you're just able to do it.
I'd just say that God could help you if it's going to take time.
You're just simply dragging it just outright.
Yeah, I'm just gonna drag the body back. I aim to try and get him out of the cave at some point, so they can bury him.
Let's drag it right all the way up there. So you managed to drag it all the way there just fine. There's a bit of a bloody smear across parts of the cave floor when it's turned to stone from the dirt. No other problems.
Alright, where to?
Godaf considers a moment and he says, Statement. Our objective here is to curtail the creatures, correct?
Our objective is to find the source.
Statement. In that case, it's kind of stalling on the logic. He isn't really good at branching paths.
The source is likely where the music is. But do we want to rush in and risk
What makes you say that?
having them in our beds? Well, the music plays before an attack. Wouldn't you think that the music is more the source?
I've never known animals play music.
No one said the source is an animal.
I'm happy to follow your hunch.
My hunch is to go the other way. I would rather not. be ambushed on the way back.
Statement. I concur.
All right. Which way did you say it was? Top right?
Top right was the music.
That's where one screwed off earlier, sorry, and you heard a faint sound coming from.
All right, then. I'm going to draw my crossbow at the ready and walk in.
Okey-dokey.
Take the lead.
Dang you.
Tunnel continues on, starting to dip down slightly. And to become a bit narrower. You'd probably say it's about 10 feet high as you're moving down this section.
How tall is Gordak?
I think I said he
I don't
was
know how
about
big Warforged can be.
it's about 7 foot, I think I said for him. It's
Oh,
quite large.
Never mind.
You continue forward, or
Gordak
you
will
turn away
start
and run out the cave.
Gordak will start moving forward if you don't. Once he's kind of on his path, he'll just continue going.
You start to move further forward, you start to hear scraping.
Able to roll perception to get a general idea of where it might be coming from, or the direction.
Yes, you can. So mind dragging Fernie, by the way, please.
Wow, that's unfortunate.
You think it might just be your own gears.
I suppose in that case, Gordak wouldn't mention it because I think he thinks it's an internal sound. Boy.
Dareth, I'd say roll perception. See if you see as you go past this point. For 13, you definitely hear these things. So you turn around and you see one of them starting to these Krufik scraping away at the dirt. And there's another one further in the distance as well, also scraping away. Both with their backs to you, neither seems to have noticed.
Quiet. There's more in there. What's this? What's this in the way?
There are
What?
stones on the floor. They become difficult terrain if you have to pass over them.
Oh, okay.
You can see. Well, how do you guys act?
I think Gordak's just going to try and continue this way if he hears Dareth mention that there's some of the guys in this direction. He's just basically looking to see if there's another path forward.
I'd like to take a peek around the right side in that side tunnel.
Roll perception. The tunnel continues down a little bit further, but all you see is darkness.
Gordak would like to do likewise over here.
Magical
Go ahead.
darkness?
No, just darkness. Nothing in particular is moving. Number 9, you look out into this area. You see it start to open up a little bit more again. You don't see anything in particular that jumps out at you, however.
Okay. I think Gordak will probably just turn around and move slowly back towards Dareth and place a hand on his shoulder. And then motion with his hand kind of like pointing his thumb in the direction of this opened up area. Doesn't say anything, just waits for Dareth to respond.
Okay, I'll come with. Sorry, I'm looking for something.
It's okay.
Move your character away.
Thanks.
That Godak will continue moving forward. Inside, is this difficult terrain on this side and this side? Doom?
Yes, it is, but it's more an issue for combat than it is for general gameplay. I mean, for general exploration.
Okay, I mean, like, for example, if we saw one of those creatures and we wanted to move away from it quickly and guessing that would impose some sort of disadvantage.
Yes.
If
Double movements are...
Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
As you start moving further in, you start to hear a clicking.
Okay, once again, Godak would like to roll perception since it's gone well the last couple of times.
Go ahead. You don't hear
Are you
clicking.
kidding? I'm hoping again these are out the way now.
You don't hear or see anything.
I guess not.
You stop for a moment and you realize that your visual receptors were closed. So do you just keep going?
You know what? I'm just trying to think how best to do this. I think Godak will just stop where he stands, just considering if he can't hear or see anything in that moment, he's just going to stop, I think. He's just going to wait to see if anyone comments on that.
Right, the fact that these are you can visually see these things, Gorak is completely oblivious to them. So,
That's essentially what just happened. It's a strange phenomenon.
they're clicking away. They're all turned to face the water, despite the way you get things facing.
I can see why the bigger caves became issues for the others.
There's lots of hide places in here. I want to go check out this area to the north.
Do I like the water?
They're very focused on the
Yes,
water.
like the water too.
The cave narrows quite considerably and goes to just simply being 5 foot high quite quickly.
Is there anything at the end of it?
You see it start to disappear into darkness. But it's hard to see with all the rocks.
Okay, I'll make my way back to the group. What's the plan? What we do about
them?
Not like you listened to my plans before. How about you make one?
Hearing Dareth at the side of him, Godak will just say, "Statement. It seems that my visual and auditory senses are currently malfunctioning. Please confirm that you are stood on my right side."
I'll just give him a strange look and then just dink him with my end of my crossbow on his arm. Enough proof for you.
That is satisfactory. Thank you.
When you make the little dink, you hear chirping coming from the creatures. One of them turns and looks towards you. It begins to click multiple times.
Ah, they like noise, do they? Can I pick up a rock and toss it into this hallway?
Go ahead. I'll say easily find a rock. You know what? No. Roll d20, see how big the rock is. It's okay, you find a nice fist-sized rock. Oh, gotta give you a boulder.
Throw other than that 20 throws Godak.
Okay. Try to be useful. Okay, so you throw in the rock.
Yep.
Should I make any kind of check for that? Sod it. Short distance, no point in it. So you throw the rock, and the one that had been walking towards you turns and looks towards where the rock went. One that had still been looking at the water suddenly jolts around and then moves over towards where the rock landed and starts looking around at the floor, finds the rock and starts sniffing at it. This moves 5 foot further forward. You see the hairs on the back of it start to bristle slightly as it comes closer.
I'm going to say, as this one moves closer, Gordak's probably going to try and do the same thing as Darth. Seeing him throw the rock, he's just going to copy the strategy. He's going to try and throw it at this alcove here. Do I need to roll to find a rock?
Yeah, roll to find a rock.
I find a rock.
Okay. You find a
Because it-
head-sized rock. Pick it up.
I suppose so.
Okay.
Actually, I think he's going to throw it to this spot. Just if it's head size, it might hit this one if he throws it at the alcove. So he's going to kind of throw
Good
it off.
call. I was going to make a roll.
Yeah. So he's kind of going to throw it more in this area, just so you've got like this stone blocking the shards from breaking off.
Do
So
you
that's...
throw it with force or just gently, or?
Well, I mean, it's a head-sized rock. I mean, would I really have a choice? I would imagine that it's going to require a
that
fair
was
bit of force
intentional.
to. I think really he just wants to make a noise, not something too loud that it would probably aggravate things further in the cave. It's literally just he's trying to imitate exactly what Darth did, so he will probably just throw it with enough force not to break the rock, or at least that's what he's going to try and do.
Okay.
So do I need to roll for that, considering the size?
Given the size, yes. I'm going to say athletics.
Athletics.
Yeah, athletics, yeah.
Yeah, because it's... Okay.
You throw the rock and it glides and hits the wall and lands down with a large thud. At this point, this one jolts to the side suddenly, and all the rest of them all suddenly go over towards this, making a big commotion and sniffing around the rock, flicking towards one another. But this one still stays looking at you all. It's seeing you. It's curious.
Okay, in that case, unless someone else wants to act first before Gordak tries something else.
Yeah, I'm going back here. I want to see if these behind us has reacted.
Gordak
I
will
would
probably
like
move back
to-
with Darth.
I'd say you heard some clicking against stone heading towards you from that direction. You see one of them start to poke its head around and start to move towards, following the large rock being thrown.
Who is
I
aware
would
of
like
this
to
one?
use minor illusion
Okay, so
and create a sound similar to the one this down is made. Down.
What can I have a roll for that?
for
Performance or Arcana?
did you say it's minor illusion?
Minor illusion.
Isn't
Yeah.
it like a wisdom save for the affected targets or something like that?
I'd have to read it, so I'm just going to take your assumption. So that'd be straight 20. I'm just going to roll once for the entire group, though.
If a creature uses its action to examine the sound image, the creature can determine that it is an illusion with a successful intelligence investigation check against your spell save DC.
Intelligence, you say?
Intelligence investigation.
Okay, so I'm going to roll once for the entire group. They actually don't really know where the sound came from, and they start to scurry off altogether, including the one that you previously mentioned because the sound was so close, looking for the sound. They scurry off in this direction.
Well, it was more successful than I hoped.
Any reaction from the ones behind?
There's been no further noise as close by, so I'm going to say that it starts to disappear. It goes down this bend before disappearing. and the tunnels fall silent again.
I'll rejoin the group. That was a good plan. Seems they don't see too well.
Doom, did we all see those guys going this way, just to clarify?
You will have all seen it, yeah.
Okay, in that case, Godak's going to start moving up this way.
Okay, as you move up that way, you start to have to crouch down to move through there as it becomes narrower.
Yeah, fair enough.
Going down to about 5 foot high. There's a lot of disturbed rock on the ground. As you look around, it looks like if you made a disturbance above you, you might cause quite a lot of damage.
When you say a lot of damage, you mean like a cave-in?
Correct.
Okay. Seeing that, Gordak's just going to turn to Cinder and Daff and say, "Statement. It would not be wise to go this way. The ceiling seems stable."
I could go and have a look if you want.
I'm not going in there.
Gordak just stares blankly at Fernie and just turns to the other two and just goes, "Question. Your thoughts?"
I'll go have a root around, see what's there. Yeah? No? No?
No, funny.
Okay. He kicks a little rock.
I don't really like it, but I guess we need to follow them.
Actress says, "Statement. That does appear to be the safest course of action for all involved." With that, he starts stepping forward again.
Safe.
Hey, big man, you stay in the back. You're not exactly inconspicuous.
Cave narrows again, going to about 10 foot. Probably should have mentioned it went a bit higher in there. You have a split off directly to the south, but to the east you hear clicking and chirping.
Just a question, have we heard the music at any point again? Or is it just being
Nope.
continuously playing? Okay, just want to make sure.
I've been looked down the south tunnel.
I could say you can't wait. See, it starts to get quite narrow again. Before bending off to the side. Yeah, you definitely don't see anything else.
Yep.
Dareth, on the other hand, you see another group of Krivik digging away at the walls here. One of them snaps at the other one hissing, before they end continue clicking, as if communicating with one another, whilst gradually grinding away at the wall.
I found our friends. There's a lot of them up there.
Question. Should we try this direction then?
Well, unless you'd like to wade into combat with them, I'd advise yes. I'll start walking down this way.
Starts to get quite narrow again, going to about 5 foot high. That's kind of a bit of a squeeze to get through. But you get through just fine. Directly ahead, there's a pile of rubble at the end, and there's a turn off to the south.
Walking almost upright.
On to the south stays about 5 foot high, as far as you can see.
I want to check out this rubble. Is it fresh rubble?
It seems
Like
to
a
be
cave-in?
freshly disturbed, and yes, a bit like a cave-in. Roll investigation. Okay, you start to move a couple of the rocks around whilst you're looking at it, and you see an arm partially crushed, extending from underneath several of the rocks. There's a handful of arrows in its hand, but otherwise you have to assume that the rest of the body must be somewhere underneath all the rock.
It's probably probably know already, but I want to check the arm. Is there a pulse? Is this person alive?
Roll a medicine check. Come on, that one. Oh.
And that way, probably just cut off the arm and go, ah, feels pretty dead.
Yes, I was going to say, it feels like he's alive. No, it's dead. The arm is cold. When you lift it up, it's very stiff.
Hey, you never know. Some people can survive in cave-ins.
True, 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 true.
Ah, poor bastard. Trying to get you out. Come back. Bit of a cave-in down there. Another dead guard, it looks like. What's down this way?
Waiting to see.
Did we hear that coming from this direction?
Correct. Hear it more loudly than before, echoing along the cabin. Or suddenly stopping yet again.
Godako just combined places his hand on the shoulder and just goes, question. Did you hear that just now?
Aye, it's getting louder. Hey, Lucy, you're musically inclined. You know what that is?
Do I recognize the melody?
Roll intelligence. We have advantage.
Was that a case of with advantage since that's kind
Yes.
of my area? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, were you rolling to see what type of instrument it was, or?
No, if I recognize the melody, if it's a tune.
Let's see.
It was
Something
mentioned
about
as
it
a child.
seems slightly familiar to you, but you couldn't quite place your finger on what it is. You remember it, though. But you can't remember where you remember it from.
Should have done history check. No. It's like the ladder said, it's familiar. I just can't place it.
Does it sound familiar to all of us?
No.
You've heard this before.
Oh boy. I've heard many, many songs.
Which direction is that coming from?
Both. Both have tunnels that lead off. Both remaining narrow, but starting to seem to get a little bit higher. Feel like you have to stoop a little bit less as you're moving.
Pick your poison. Which way?
Am I walking straight again already?
How high were you?
5'5".
Yeah, you're walking straight. Just minding your head ever so slightly occasionally.
I would like to have a look at those rocks on the side. I'm guessing it might be caved in. Just below me.
Okay, let's roll an investigation when you look at those. First, you think they might be part of a cave-in, but as you look at them, they seem to have had some sort of mortar placed in between them.
I think this is one of the barricades they tried to make.
Your best guess is it seems to be some sort of wall. At the edges, it's been broken down, but this was something.
Didn't the posh guy outside, didn't he talk about trying to cut off their ways? Think this is something his people made?
This far into the cave.
Not long past the last fallen we've seen. You've seen?
Did the last cave in? Well, no, the last cave in was a cave in, wasn't it? It wasn't a man-made structure.
Correct.
No, that wasn't like this. Can I check it out, see if there's anything loose?
Sure. Roll. Just roll strength. As you start to move the various stones about a little bit, some of them at the edges do seem to be loose. Whatever it was that was holding them here seems to have lost its strength. Lost what was really binding the stones together.
Has enough been broken away that I can see through it?
All you see behind, I'd say you were able to pull one of them out, but it's just wall behind it.
I would like to have a closer look. Like, am I sure that it's man-made mortar, or could it be something that the beasts made?
Roll. What should I roll for that one? Roll nature. That never gets used much. I'd say you'd recognize it well enough to be some kind of man-made mortar, rather than something organic that could be excreted. But that. I'd say down south where you see the stones on the map, they also seem to be similar types of stones as to what you've seen against the wall in this particular case. As if this might have been once the same, but it has collapsed downwards.
Did you say it's just cave wall behind here? There's nothing behind it?
There's nothing behind it.
Can I look around just this general area? Do I think that the barricade went across? This way?
Roll intelligence. I don't see any sign of a barricade.
This is strange. There's nothing behind us. Why would they wall it up?
I think Godak would like to see us in this direction. Can he see anything from where he's currently stood? Or would he have to
Drag
move
30 foot.
30 foot, I think.
see a bit further up. Da-da-da. As you look down the cave, you see another occurrence of the stone wall to the left-hand side.
Okay. So that's just that, yeah.
Correct.
I think seeing Dareth investigate this other wall, Godak will come up alongside him and just say, "Statement. There is another wall of similar composition, just a little bit further down the path this way."
I'll go check that out.
And while they're busy up there, I would like to check out the stones here on the ground and what might have been behind them. Like, what part might they have covered on the wall?
Okay, roll investigation. And Dareth, are you doing anything in particular with that one?
Yeah, I want to check out this wall again.
Okay, I say roll investigation as well. Okay, Lucinda, as you look at those stones, you look to the wall beside you, you look towards the ceiling, you're not too sure where these fit exactly. You don't know if it could have been something built up directly in front of you, to the sides, above. Dareth, you look at this wall and you see a similar composition to the other wall. Again, the mortar seems to be waning slightly, but it seems a bit more solid in this particular spot. At least, very least in the centre of it.
What's further down this hallway?
Yeah, I can actually drag, can't I? Oh, oops. Accidentally dragged there, so ignore that little thing out of field.
Just drag Dareth 30 feet for you.
Yeah, you can go. It starts to bend off to the side, further ahead.
I'll come back to the group. Carries on down there. Best not to split up. You got something down here?
Cinder, as you look down, you see it open up
There
ahead
was
of you.
more of the stones. More of those stones they used in the wall. But I don't know.
Is there any of this stone around beyond the bits we've seen? This seems like far too little stone
No.
for what there should be.
One thing I will say is that the stone does not look fresh. It looks worn.
Is it being burrowed through?
What should we roll to find out that one? So I'll just say straight investigation. Actually, no, nature. Nature. You're honestly not sure.
I think there might be another bigger room ahead.
Hopefully no guests in this one. I'll step forward. My range is 60 feet, by the way.
No, it's 30 feet of dim light, though, isn't it?
Dark vision up to 60 feet.
All right. Yes. The area opens up considerably. It goes up to 20 foot high, ceiling-wise. You see towards the far corner some shadows of some very old-looking crates, mostly broken and battered. You hear an occasional chirp.
I'll peek my head around this corner to look up this way.
I'll say you are right to see. There is a large group of them up here. A very large group of them. But there also seems to be something built into the wall towards the right-hand side further up. You see a doorway intermixed with stonework. The stonework looks quite fine, but it's a similar sort of stone to what you saw in the tunnel leading to here. Again, it looks quite old.
Has the doorway been damaged?
The door is ajar, but not damaged.
Keep quiet.
I would like to take a look across the ceiling, if I see any of them on the ceiling, on the walls.
Okay. Roll me a perception for the ceiling. As you look up, you see what seems to be a mostly smooth ceiling, but you do see a handful of burrows in the ceiling. As if something's dug through and down. Or maybe inwards. You honestly can't tell. In the crowd of these, you see one large one, surrounded by all the smallers. The largest seems to be occupied with something in front of it, which you can't really see though.
What can I see to the south?
To the south, beyond the crates, you see it turn to dirt and a bit of shrubbery. Again, a handful of very old-looking barrels before dead-ending in a water source.
I think we found our source. Talking about the doorway.
Yeah, but I don't feel like waiting in there.
No.
Crowd control.
Have you got anything that can help? Any magic? I'll take that as a no.
Out of character. I don't know my spells.
While you guys
Alright,
are talking, you see one of these break off and goes through the open doorway.
All right. We'll come back to the group and reconvene. Something's got to be done about them. It's unwise to take them out there. We could bottleneck them through here.
Godak will move up to Dareth and just say, suggestion. We could probably find a set of rocks and lure them gradually towards us. Is this what you had in mind?
We communicate.
We just need to have a backup.
We might have something to annoy them a bit.
Godak turning to Lucinda. Question. Please elaborate.
Out of character. I don't know how to describe shatter.
Should give you a description in spell. Okay. Nah, I didn't do the thing. Didn't send the description.
I think there should be a display in VTT option, top right window when you open the spell. There you go.
Just make some noise. Like where that big one is. They have reacted to noise.
You got something that can hurt them hard. But when they start to come this way, we need to fall back, bottleneck them, take them one at a time. I've got some toys to play with that might help, but it might fall to you, big man. Don't think they'll get past you.
Statement. Understood.
I want to get out one of my oil flasks and pour it on the floor, like in the middle of this hallway. Maybe like where I'm stood.
I'd say you can fill the 5-foot cube.
Cool. All right. You'll go at it with what you've got.
Ready?
Get ready when they come this way. I'll
Um,
back up to this square.
just before
Mark the square that
That's
way,
good.
just with a little square, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
before Dav moves far enough away from Godak, Godak looks down to the oil, looks back to Dav, and just says, "Do you require a source of heat to ignite the oil, or is that not your intent?"
You look who's listening. Yeah, that very much is my intent.
Godak reaches into his bag and he holds out a torch if Dav doesn't already have one.
I've got some. I'll pull out a torch and I'll light it now. Actually,
If I center the spell on the big one, I believe the big one and 3 others are hit.
Yeah, just round up the square around.
10-foot square.
I assumed you were doing.
I don't know how to do a shape that can be removed again. Last time I tried something, it was a permanent shape, and I don't want to do that.
you can just select it with the same tool you would do with your token and then delete.
It's got the shape.
Like that.
I'll be able to delete it either way.
Yeah, it can be a little bit finicky sometimes.
We believe in you.
That should be 10 by 10.
Okey-dokey. So you cast your spell.
Yes.
Okey-dokey. The Krufik are clicking away at each other. The larger one focuses on something in front of it, and it starts to suddenly twist its head to the side slightly. And the others stop clicking. They also twist their heads to the side. And suddenly out of nowhere, there's a loud, sharp noise, and they screech. And let's see, what save is it?
I think it's
Con
What is it?
save.
Con save. DC 14 con save.
Okay, I'll make them all roll. So we'll start with the big boy. He fails. Actually, it should have been +2, but it would have been a fail anyway. And now 3 times for the little ones. Oof. Okay then.
Not fair.
So the little ones all succeed and pass.
Is it half
However,
damage?
rolled damage.
Yeah, half damage. Successful.
Despite them passing, they twist their heads to the side. They seem like they might be alright, but suddenly blood starts to come out of their, what you'd assume would be ear holes, and all 3 of them simply collapse to the ground in pools of their own blood. The bigger one, however, screeches. It snaps its head from side to side, looking for whatever source could be in front of it. It looks at one of the smaller ones, charges over it, and just simply bites straight down onto it, snapping it straight in half. Do you guys react?
Instead of staying around, I'm moving back behind them.
Godak is holding position where he is in case they start coming towards him, as Dareth suggested.
Did you like the torch?
I do.
I had a torch lit, yeah.
After a second, the bigger one turns and it sees the light. It screeches, and there's a series of clicks coming from the smaller ones, and you hear skittering noises of the sharpened legs moving towards you all.
Alright, get ready. As they're
Roll
about to
initiative.
enter the mouth. Oh, roll initiative.
Yes. They're all going to move on the same movement now, so. And I forgot what Fernie's is, so it can just be a d20.
So,
And now I'll roll twice for these groups. So first is little ones, then it's a big one. We're going to have Dareth, followed by Big, followed by Lucy, by Gordok and Little. Sorry, Little goes first, then Gordok. My mistake.
Which one is for the little and which one is?
The first one was for Fernie, then the Little was 5.
Then why would the little be before Gorak?
Yes, I did get that the wrong way around. Herpy derp.
Fernie, Gorak, little ones.
Thank you. Okie dokie. And we begin. Dareth, what do you do then?
I am going to. I'm gonna hold my action and wait to see any of them like come around the corner.
What action will you hold?
I'm gonna throw my torch on the oil pool
Okie dokie.
and light it.
For the first one, or for several? Bear in mind these are small, so multiple can incorporate same space. Each token represents 1 this time, to 0 rather than 3.
Am I like? Can I hear like multiple coming? Like,
You can hear quite a bit of skittering.
yeah. As soon as I see the first one round the corner, then I'll just
Okay.
toss it on.
And you hear screeching, and you hear heavier footfalls. So it gets to be in about sight of where you guys are, and you see the hairs on the back of it. Back starts to stand on end. It screeches, and then it flings several of the darts straight at you. Let's check the defense. Let's do a +5. They're going to go straight for the first target they can see, which is going to be Gordak.
that does not hit.
Oh, right. I forgot you got a good AC, don't you?
21.
Bastard. So the kind of hair-like spikes shoot forward. Gordak, you see them coming, and you simply lower your head ever so slightly, and they go in the rock where your head was. Now it is Lucy's turn.
Could I conceivably have seen the barrel?
Yes,
Yes,
you will have
to
seen
the
that based on
left.
your work previously.
I was up front when I did the spell, so I believe I've seen the barrel.
Yes, you have.
And I can remember where it is.
See,
Now, if I want to cast Minor Illusion, it has a range of 30 feet. That barrel is 25 feet directly from me.
I believe it has to be in sight when you cast, however.
You create a sound or an image of an object within range that lasts for the duration.
Yeah, but the point you're casting it has to be somewhere you're able to see.
Doesn't say. It just says you create a sound or an image within range.
Yeah, I'll double check. I'm just going to show there. Minor illusion, wasn't it?
Yep, put it in.
Should have an answer for me. I'm going to say that you're going to need to be able to see the point of casting. It's going to take me a while to actually find a ruling on it. Just to keep things moving along. So you could cast it somewhere like the large crates rather than the barrel, for instance.
The large crates are too far away.
Oh, that actually did. I'd argue you'd be able to see the crates.
Yeah, but they are more than 30 feet away.
All right.
And it's a 30 feet range.
Correct.
That's why I was talking about that barrel. Because it's
I'm
within
going to
range.
say you have to be able to see the points that you're casting to.
Dang. You're destroying my one move.
I mean, otherwise you could get way too crafty with this, and that'd be a pain in the ass.
Well, that's why I said I'm going for a point that I have seen.
Have seen but can't currently at time casting.
I can't currently see, but that doesn't mean I could not decide to say I want a sound there.
No, I'm going to say that you're not able to. I'm going to say the points of casting, you have to be able to see where you're casting it to.
In that case, I'm just gonna insult the big guy.
What, you want to insult him?
Use your creativity. Wisdom save 14. Vicious mockery.
Roll your damage. Nice damage. Okay. You insult it, and it seems to bristle at the words that you spoke. It doesn't really seem to understand them, but it doesn't like them.
Oh, actually, I have an insult. Can't even hit the biggest guy in the room? What kind of target practice is that?
Okay, do you end your turn?
Yes, I end my turn.
Okie dokie. Now going to be Fernie. He's...
Just stay back.
I am. Okay.
You can look towards the back. Make sure none are attacking us from that direction.
He's going to have his bow drawn. He's going to hold his action to see if anything comes from behind. Go on. Oh, Fernie. Godak, your turn.
Unfortunately, Godak has nothing for ranged at the moment. I think he is probably going to hold his attack action for when something actually comes within striking distance.
Okay. Now it comes to the little fuckers. Track the range. Okay. They're all going to move forward at once. 3 of them are going to get close enough to enter that space.
Do you know, because Godak held his attack action, does he get his multi-attack?
No, it's a single attack when you hold your action.
Fair enough. That was... Okay. So Godak will just attack the closest one then. Okay, 22.
Dareth or Godak moving first?
I've rolled my attack, so it's up to you if you want first.
Yeah, okay. I'll light the square up. I DM'd you about what it does. If you weren't
I
aware.
did see yes. Thank you for that. Save me having to look it up. Okay, so I say all 3 of the front ones enter that space at the same time. As they do so, you throw down your torch, and it suddenly lights them all on fire. And it burns all of them quite badly. And then Godak's attack follows up. Roll your damage. 11 damage. Okay. I'm going to use the cleave rule here.
Wow.
You slice straight through 2 of them and badly wound the 3rd, effectively slicing them in half. 5. The one remaining is quite badly burned. It screams at you, and it will take a bite attack at Godak. It'll
Which
fail.
doesn't hit.
And now that's back to top of turn order, so Dareth.
Okay. Can they get to me from here? I don't know if this is a. I don't know if this is like a 1 wide or. They can.
It could get to you, yes.
Okay, I want to. I'll stay in the front line. I'll pull out my mason shield and slam down on the guy.
Slam away. Fire obscures your view ever so slightly with a sudden burst of light that's now there. You just simply flail above it, not going down quite far enough.
All right then. I would like to use a bonus action to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okie dokie. Where does it appear and how does it look?
It's the same like club, like wrapped in like mistletoe.
Ah, yes.
And I want to distract the big guy and let the others bottleneck here. So I want to place it. I'll place it. I'll place it there.
Say you can't see that exact point.
Shit, good point.
Could get to the other side though.
Can I place it there instead?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, yeah.
You get an attack when you summon it, don't you?
You do, yeah.
Let me check. When you cast a spell, yeah. Yeah, so I'll go for the big guy.
Swing for the big guy. You summon your spiritual weapon, it suddenly appears in front of it. But it swings in and it simply pulls back its neck, missing, and it hisses. No, it's a shame.
That's fine, if it keeps him distracted. And that's my turn done.
The big thing's going to make a bite attack actually at the hammer. The hammer's intangible, isn't it?
The hammer?
Yep.
Is this Bonknir again?
So it makes 2 bite attacks at it. It simply doesn't connect. It hisses at him. And it starts to search and it flicks his eyes back on Duodak. That's going to be its turn. Lucinda?
Since Shadow worked so well, I would like to do the same thing, again centered on the big guy, so hitting the 3 guys that are directly adjacent to it.
Might as well just roll your damage. They can survive, actually. So I'll roll for them. Was intelligence? Was it? Or was it wisdom?
Con.
Con. Sorry.
14.
Con
So bad.
save.
Okay, so rolling for big. Actually, I gotta add 1 for the big this time. The big survives. Now the 3 littles. Oh, I'll just outright say that one's dead. Okay, so it's 8 damage on the other 2. So both of them screech and blood starts to come out of the same orifice as last time, but they're both just barely there. The big guy, again, that one screeches and you see blood start to pour down the sides of its face, but it's still just holding in. I'll say the other 2 little ones are distracted by the sound as well, though, so they're off guard from that. Bernie is just going to pass his turn, still looking the opposite direction. Godak.
Okay. Is this one still on fire, or did the fire only last for that single attack?
It
Just to
lasts for
clarify.
2 rounds,
So that
so its fire is still there and it's still very much on fire.
right, but Gordak could attack it safely, I assume.
You could, yes.
Yeah. Okay. He is going to do his attack then with his cleave. Wow. Really? That's a 3rd one tonight.
You throw your glaive.
Where does it go?
I'm going to say right there.
Wow, flew quite distant.
You really wanted to get that one in front of you to finish it off, but it
Do
just
I have to drop a clave in every part? So it seems.
It seems so.
Yeah.
It's going to make a little box right there where it landed.
Okay, in that case, I suppose Gordak does still technically have a second attack, so he's going to try and punch it. Can't really do much
ahead.
else.
With something I revised, that does hit.
Yay. 4.
You crush its head.
Okay, not quite what. As his interaction, I think he's just going to say to Dareth, "Statement. I appear to have lost my weapon momentarily, but I shall stay forward for protection." And with
Yeah, I
that-
can fucking see that. You got anything else? Have I seen any other weapons on Gordak at all? Or just a
He
glaive?
does not have anything else, unfortunately.
I'll hand him my mace.
Okay, awesome. Gordak has mace. Okay,
So I
well,
took up your reaction and interaction, but I'll allow it.
I can do that on my turn if you like instead.
Going to be your turn in a second anyway, so. Guess you end your turn.
yeah, he does end his turn. Sorry, I thought I already said he'd done.
That's right. I might have missed it. Okay, and so the little ones, they're going to come running up, but they're going to stop short of the fire. And they're going to basically scream in at all 3 of you, waiting for it to die down. It's now Dareth's turn.
Ah, smarter than I thought. Here, use this. I'll toss my. I'll just hand my mace.
Did you actually toss the mace at
to Gordak and.
Oh, actually, actually, no, never mind. Go on.
I want to keep my shield out for some protection, so I'll just pull out a dagger and go to town with. Well, just wait for him to come to me. I guess. Actually, can I stand there, or is that all wall?
You can stand there. I said that they could pass through, so you'll be able to stand there as well.
Oh, okay. I won't. I'll stay standing then. If I hold my action, does my bonus action go with it? Is it the entire thing?
Yes, you would lose the bonus action as well.
All right, I'll just not attack. I'll just hold my position and have the spiritual weapon attack the big guy again. I want to keep him distracted.
Go ahead. And given the sound, actually, I'm going to give you advantage on the attack. Given the ear-splitting sound that was done several seconds earlier.
Thing.
That hits.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Your spiritual weapon slams down on its head and it collapses. Blood just starts to ooze out of it where it impacted.
Can I move the spiritual weapon, or can I only? Is it a move or attack? My bonus
I
action.
believe it
You
can
get
move
to do
20
both,
feet.
I believe.
Oh, okay. I want to move it up to the back.
Okay.
I'll just move it over to the back of this crowd.
Sounds good to me.
And that's me done.
Okie dokie. Now Lucinda.
Telling the front guy. Well, you didn't do a good job protecting your queen, now did you? Vicious mockery.
It's dead. You don't even need to bother rolling your damage.
It died of shame.
It just kind of looks down and just accepts the fact that it failed. End your turn.
Yes, sorry, I end my turn with that.
We'll go to Godak. Just be doing his thing.
Is it still on fire here?
It is on fire until the little one's turn.
Yeah, I have
Which
to
is the next
be.
turn.
I have to be honest. After Godak's assassin, I did realize he has 2 hand axes on him. I just didn't have them
Dun, dun,
equipped.
dun, dun.
Duh. But at least I can do something now.
Yay.
So going to say that Godak will actually. Does I'm guessing extra attack would work with thrown weapons, would it?
It does, yes.
Yeah, okay. Just came across that particular situation. So, Godak's going to. In fact, can he see this one? Does he have line of sight on it? Where he is?
It does, yes.
Okay. So he's going to go for that one first with his hand axe. So he's going to throw one.
You throw the hand axe and it lands straight in the dirt beside it.
You know what? I'm just going to mark where these hand axes are, just so I don't forget about it.
Are your hand axes like stored in your leg, like RoboCop's gun?
I guess so. That's why he couldn't find him. He forgot
I
that.
forgot I had these.
Yeah, that's going to be the in-universe justification to store it inside him. Like just a bunch of cobwebs on him. 14 hit. Same target.
Yes, it will hit on some revision.
Okay, just going to put that there. Okay, and damage 8.
Oof. Okay, your axe lands straight into the back carapace and it splits it open, but it's still just there.
Okay.
It hisses at you.
Okay, Godak will end his turn now.
Okie, that's the little things. I'm going to say it's at this turn's end where the fire will die down. So they're both just going to simply hold their ground, and I'm going to say they're holding their action actually. Because I can do that with monsters. Both holding to attack. Now, Dareth's turn.
I am gonna.
The fire dies down at this stage, completely burning out. They're all used up.
Yeah. Does this one look damaged also?
They both look very hurt. The one in the back looks like it's bleeding a lot from the orifices in his head, where you assume the ears would be.
All right, I'm gonna. You can use bonus action at any point, right? It's not. You can use it first if you want.
I think some people vary it, but I'm not bothered, frankly.
I'll use the spiritual weapon to attack first.
Yep, go
On
ahead.
the guy it's next to.
Does not hit, I'm afraid.
Is it distracted sufficiently from the spiritual weapon?
I'm going to say it wasn't even looking actually at it. It just kind of moved to the side, swaying slightly. And that's why it missed.
Oh, you little bastard! And I'll run forward and stab down at it with my dagger instead.
As you run into range of both of them, they'll also both use their held action to attack you.
I thought so. Bring it on. Second one will hit.
And that is d4 plus 3. I'm not sure to roll the damage yet.
I was just about to say, I don't recall any.
Because you're being smart.
I'd say it's the one that you're actually going after that sees you. And that's the one that bites at you. And now you roll your attack to hit. Yep, that hits, and it's dead. As it bites into you, its teeth come back, and as it pulls its head back, you've rammed the knife straight up through its jaw. And it just outright dies on your knife looking at you.
I'll kick it off my blade and turn to the other one. And that's my turn done.
You got to use your bonus, haven't you?
Yes.
Okay. Then Lucy.
Taunting the last one. Yeah, I know. Which is mockery.
You just
Boss
laugh.
go through. How do you do it?
I'll just die, you little shit.
Okay.
I'll be just about to strike down at it with my dagger when it'll fall, and I'll think that I killed it.
Everywhere around you suddenly seems to go silence. No more clicking, no more scurrying. Just deep quiet. And then again, behind everything, you hear faintly a sound. Seems to get louder. Continuing longer than you've heard before.
As we hear this, I think Godak's going to go and pick up his weapons in preparation for anything that might be coming. Will you allow that?
Yes, I will.
Are we out of initiative?
You are,
Okay.
yes. Sound trails off.
Oops,
Well,
whoops, so I've deleted Godak.
blinked out of existence.
You fell down a hole.
Well, damn it. Thanks.
I
Give you
would
control.
like to have a closer look at the bigger carcass.
Go ahead, roll investigation and tell me what you're trying to see.
Well, it's bigger, but other than that, how might it be different from the smaller ones? Like, we figured that it's probably a maturity thing, but what can I see in that direction?
This one in particular seems to had red flurs going down the side of its face. Not from the blood, but it seems to have been... It seems to stand out from the other one that you previously fought. But you also notice that underneath it, all of these have had 6 legs. This one has 6 legs, but 2 of them seem to be pulled up towards its body, and it seems to be holding something. With 20, I'd say, as you look at it, and you can immediately discern they seem to be fresh eggs. Very early in the hatching process.
Uh-oh.
Freshly laid, basically.
Well, I guess my assessment of Queen wasn't so wrong after all. This one looks to be carrying the next brute. How do you get rid of those?
I'll just stomp them flat. The eggs. No,
Yeah, I'd say they are right. Just squish under your heel.
just get rid of them.
Nothing but ooze inside them. It was so early.
Kodak wants to have a look at these crates here. Is he able to open them?
They're all mostly already busted open, so I'm saying you're able to easily.
Investigation then?
Go ahead. As you're rifling through, you see what seem to be old food supplies, some old building equipments.
When you
The
say
food is very, very, very long gone.
okay,
It's
that's
moldy.
that.
Some of the dry rations are just like card, but when you pick it up, they start to just simply fall apart.
Did you say there was building equipment in there?
Yes.
Specifically what?
You see tools like hammers. What are the green words? Like pestle and mortar. Sorts of tools. You see nails, saws. It looks like it's all been used at some stage, but it's all been sat there for a very long time. The store in particular is quite rusty.
Ah, so like the rusted tools.
Yes.
Kodak will note this discovery to the other two just in case it's of interest to them, but he personally won't take anything.
Out of character, I'm interested in the hammer. Unless.
Godak's
Yeah, I see.
fine. As I say, he doesn't really want anything from this, so you're free to take it if you'd like.
I'm getting the feeling Darius is not fully with us right now.
Fair enough. Well,
So yeah, I'll just take the hammer if he wants it. I might hand it over later.
okay then.
Are we? It's a bit abrupt, I know, but are we ending the
Actually, I
session?
was literally about to just then.
Oh, sorry. Sarah told me this out, but I've been half listening.
No worries.
Sorry.
As you all look over the carnage around you, the creatures, the crushed eggs, you hear again a very faint click in the background of the same sound you've been hearing. Before suddenly stopping again. It's coming from the open doorway. That's just where we'll end it.
Okay.
Let's straight to the point.
Fair enough. Okay, so I'm guessing we'll be playing same time next week, hopefully.
We can play every single day next week.
I'm actually free on Wednesday after all. So if you guys wanted to do this Wednesday.
Ooh, this Wednesday I might not be up for it. I've got a bunch of really earlys, so I'm gonna see how I am. But we can see.
Okay, well, anyway, until next time, we shall speak to you guys then.
Bye.
I have a really good time.